All right, let's get right into it. For the most part, the universe is a place that follows the rules. It's got this incredible order, this predictability. But every once in a while, our telescopes pick up on something that just, well, it doesn't fit. And we're not talking about aliens or magic, but real, genuine cosmic puzzles that really push the limits of what we think we know. And we count on that predictability, right? It's really the bedrock of all astronomy. It's how we've been able to trace orbits, map out billions of galaxies, and build these complex models that, honestly, work beautifully. Every night, it feels like the cosmos is just out there, familiar, distant, and kind of safe.
And this is where things get truly interesting. We're not talking about a glitch in the system or an error in the instruments. No, these are real, verified observations of things that make astrophysicists kind of lean back from their screens, frown, and recheck all their math. Why? Because the data is telling them a story that our current theories just can't explain. Not yet, anyway.
So, when we use this word, anomaly, what are we actually talking about? It's really important to get this straight. This isn't some sci-fi movie about monsters or holes in the fabric of reality. In science, an anomaly is simply a piece of data that refuses to play by the rules we've set. It's a clue. It's a puzzle just begging to be solved. Yeah, and the key thing here is that these are real observations. They're verifiable. These are the kinds of findings that get published in serious scientific journals and get debated for hours at conferences. They represent the absolute edge of our knowledge, those places where what we can see has just outpaced our ability to explain it. Okay, so let's jump into our first case study. This is one of the most famous head-scratchers in modern astronomy. Way out in the constellation Cygnus, there's a star called Tabby star. And at first glance, you'd think it's just another boring point of light. But its behavior is, well, it's anything but ordinary. So this was the big mystery. Stars are usually pretty stable. I mean, sure, they pulse, they flare, but it's almost always according to physics we understand. Tabby star, on the other hand, was dimming in these weird, irregular ways by massive amounts. It was clear something was passing in front of it, but the question was, what on earth could it be? And the scale of this dimming, I mean, it's just mind-boggling. A 22% dip in brightness is completely unheard of. To give you some perspective, if you took a planet the size of Jupiter, the absolute biggest in our solar system, and passed it in front of a star like this, it would only block about 1% of the light. So whatever was doing this had to be absolutely enormous, or incredibly messy, or maybe even both. So, of course, the internet did what the internet does, and the alien megastructure theory just exploded. A Dyson sphere, right? It was a thrilling idea. But science, it always comes down to the data. And when astronomers looked closer, they found this one critical clue. The light wasn't being blocked evenly. More blue light was being blocked than red light. And that single detail? It pretty much ruled out a giant solid object and pointed directly at a massive, swirling cloud of fine dust. So yeah, the best explanation we have right now is a huge, clumpy cloud of dust circling the star. But really, that just pushes the mystery back a step, doesn't it? Where did all that dust even come from? Was it a giant swarm of comets that just fell apart? Was it the shattered remains of an entire planet? The real mystery of Tabby's star isn't that it's aliens, it's that we seem to be watching the chaotic aftermath of some colossal event, still shrouded in its own wreckage. All right, next up, we're zooming way out from a single star to the galactic scale. Out there, near a galaxy called IC2497, there's this enormous, glowing green cloud. Its name is Hanny's Vorup, and believe me, its story is all about a cosmic ghost. And what I absolutely love about this story is who found it. It wasn't some professional astronomer in a massive observatory. Nope. It was discovered back in 2007 by a Dutch school teacher named Hanny van Arkel. She was part of the Galaxy Zoo citizen science project, just classifying galaxies online, when she stumbled on this weird green blob and posted on the forum, basically, what is this? And that one simple question started this whole incredible investigation. The explanation is honestly one of the coolest ideas in all of astronomy. It's a light echo. So way back in the past, the black hole at the center of that nearby galaxy was a super bright quasar, just blasting out insane amounts of energy. That energy shot across space and slammed into this gas cloud, making it light up. But here's the thing. Light is fast, but space is huge. It took tens of thousands of years for that light to reach the cloud. And in that time, the quasar basically ran out of gas and just went dark. And that is the part that just bends your brain, right? We are literally seeing the ghost of a quasar. The cloud is glowing today from light that left its source thousands and thousands of years ago. The engine is off, the fire is out, but its last gasp of light is still making its way through space. It's this eerie, incredible glow that tells us these gigantic galactic engines can just switch off in what is basically the blink of an eye on a cosmic scale. Okay, for our last anomaly, we're going to the biggest scale you can possibly imagine. And this is a different kind of story. It's not about something weird that's there, but about what isn't. We're talking about the Boötes Void. The numbers here are just wild. We're looking at a region of space that's about 330 million light years across. In a patch that big, we would expect to find something like 2,000 galaxies. But when we actually looked, we've only found about 60. The sheer scale of that emptiness is almost impossible to wrap your head around. We think of space as being full of stuff, but this is a place defined by an almost profound lack of anything at all. Now, here's the twist. This is often presented as some kind of giant, unsolvable cosmic mystery, but it's really not. It's actually something our cosmological models predict should happen. See, over billions of years, gravity is relentless. It pulls matter together into these massive filaments and clusters that we call the cosmic web. And as all that stuff gets pulled together, it naturally leaves behind these vast, expanding regions of nearly empty space. The Boötes Void is just a really, really big example of that process at work. So after exploring a flickering star, a ghostly cloud, and this great cosmic emptiness, what's the big takeaway? What do these strange cases really tell us about the universe we live in? Well, notice that none of these anomalies forced us to throw out all of our physics books. Tabby star is probably just a lot of dust. Henny's Vorweb is a clever trick of light and time. And the Boötes Void is just gravity doing its thing on a grand scale. They aren't supernatural. They're just puzzles that sit right at the very edge of our understanding. And they're a great reminder that even after centuries of looking up, we're still just beginning to map out the true nature of reality. And maybe that's the most important lesson of all. These things aren't disturbing because they're a threat to us. They're disturbing because they remind us that the universe wasn't made for us. It doesn't care about our intuition. It is vast, it is strange, and it operates on scales of time and space we can barely even comprehend. And somewhere out there, right now, another anomaly is just waiting for someone to notice.